Yes, Mickey 17, directed by, oh God, how do you say his name?
I'm not even
I'll
gonna
let you hang
give it an
yourself on
attempt.
this rope.
Yeah,
Bong Joon-ho? Is that how you say it?
sure.
We're going to go with that. Yes, wonderful director, did Snowpiercer, The Host, Parasite. He's back with a new film. It's in English, thank God, because that little 1-inch bar of text, I just can't get over it, and it stops me from experiencing many films. I refuse to read
Same.
subtitles. I'm making fun of his Oscar victory speech. He did that whole thing, and I was like, "Shut up! Just dub your movies." Anyway, Mickey 17 tells the story of Robert Pattinson, who volunteers to be an expendable on a space expedition where he gets sent through a bunch of experiments and tests and dangerous missions. And every time he dies, they just print out a new version of him. And it kind of sucks, but it's a living, I guess. But one day, he accidentally gets they mistakenly think he's dead, and they print out another guy. Suddenly, there's duplicates, which are banned in this society. Yeah, so now there's this whole issue. They're trying to hide from each other. It explores like this whole like idea of like if you had another you, like are you the right person? Do you both have souls? It asks a lot of questions. It's got a bunch of wacky characters. Mark Ruffalo is like the president of this expedition. Tony Collette's his wife. Yeah, it's just a wacky, fun time. But I feel like people aren't liking it. Joey, what did you think?
I really wanted to see it because the trailer looked fucking hilarious. But like it really wasn't what I was expecting. Like I thought the whole 17 meeting 18 thing was going to be like a quick bit based on the trailer. But that turned out to be like the whole fucking bit of the movie.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like this whole thing trying to stop the evil man from killing an entire population of creepers, I think they called it.
Yeah. They're like furry little roly-poly things.
Yeah, it's just like not what I expected at all. I just expected it to be like this goofy comedy of this guy who keeps getting killed and like hijinks ensues. But I come to find out, I think it has some sort of like racism, sexism, classism commentary. I don't know. I was just a bit confused.
Did you see Parasite? Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Did you see Parasite?
Yeah.
Parasite was the same way where it would be wacky at some moments and then get like real serious in others. Gil, what did you think of Mickey 17?
I thought it was a good movie that was interrupted every 10 to 15 minutes by a terrible SNL sketch starring Mark Ruffalo and Tony Collette. My younger brother saw it before I did, and he texted me after, and he was like, "I hate Hollywood." He was like in such a mood where he wasn't even making sense. He was ranting and raving, and I'd never seen him so angry about a movie. And then when I saw it this morning, I understand why. Because usually a movie's either bad or good. But I feel like this one is genuinely pretty good. But then every 10 to 15 minutes, the movie's like, "You having a good time? Are you taking this movie seriously? Stop it. Here are two really annoying characters that are making really obvious and on-the-nose political commentary." And you get lulled into enjoying the movie, and then they come back. And then by the end, they're so intertwined with the last like 20-minute climax of the movie that I did leave really frustrated. If I take a step back and look at it objectively, I do think they did a lot of things right, but it's just too hard to enjoy. It's not only that, there also is, like Joey, you were saying, it does feel a little all over the place. There's a scene about halfway through, I forget his kind of girlfriend's name in the movie, but she becomes like this really selfish, like drug-addled person for about 10 minutes. But leading up to that point and everything after that point, I feel like is totally incongruous with that. And yeah, it feels pretty random and frustrating. So I left, I feel like it was okay, but very unenjoyable for those reasons.
I enjoyed pretty much all of it. I will agree. Not so much Mark Ruffalo. Not so much his character. Like for the most part, I actually dug those two characters. They were kind of fun. But yeah, the movie would be good for a stretch, and then it would start to like veer off in like a weird like tangent, I guess. Because then you're right. His girlfriend gets real selfish. She has a very big character change. She's trying to have like 3 ways with the two guys.
Right.
And then it course corrects. It goes back to the way it was supposed to be going. And I'm like, what was that whole issue there? And then there's like a thing earlier with the mob boss that they're running away from, and you forget about that for a long time, and then it comes back like toward the end. I'm like, I don't think we needed this.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. That was just a thing to get them on the ship. I don't think we ever needed to circle back to it. So you're right. It does trail off here and there, but eventually it gets back on track. For the most part, I really enjoyed it. I dug the visuals of it. Everything looked great. The effects looked great. Even the monsters look good. Robert Pattinson in his weird squeaky voice was entertaining.
I really liked him in the movie. I thought he was
me
great.
too.
It's not the most original thing. We've seen other films with like space societies and like colonies. I think Moon did a similar thing where they were cloning Sam Rockwell, right? Did you ever see Moon?
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, Moon was really good. They did like a spiritual successor to Moon, I think.
Yeah, it was another movie that takes place in the same universe and makes reference to it. So there are little moments, I think, that provide some follow-up. I never saw it. I heard it was awful. Straight to Netflix, I think.
Someone let me know what that movie was.
I think it's called Mute,
yeah, because I think they mentioned Sam Rockwell coming back to Earth or something in that one. I heard about it. But yeah, I had a good time. I really had no problems with the movie, but I'm seeing people like really hate. Is it just the Mark Ruffalo character they're hating?
I think I did a quick glance at like the headline reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and a lot of the negative ones were basically Toni Collette and Mark Ruffalo are just an annoying interruption to the movie.
Toni
At least at a glance, that's what I was seeing. Oh, and to the person saying how the character was drugged and that's why she changed her personality, I agree with that, but I just don't see the point. I don't know why we needed that whole sequence.
Yeah, Toni Collette was not the best in it. I didn't mind her, but like, I usually really like her. She's great
She's good
in movies. So I kept expecting more from her, and she was just sauce lady. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, the sauce thing too.
I
Yeah.
wanted some more from this. Mark Ruffalo's like fake teeth and everything. I enjoyed it. I did see some people, they're like, this is clearly a shot at Trump. I'm like, no, religious cult leader dudes have been a thing in movies for a very, very long time.
I do think the impression is hard to miss. Like there are certain points where I'm like, that's clearly somebody doing an impression.
Sure. But I mean, there are like mega church leaders that have like the fake teeth and everything. I saw it more as that. I didn't see it from that point of view. Steven Yeun was good, but he's like barely in it. He's another one. He disappears for like long stretches, and then he comes back.
Forget he's even in there. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought they were gonna do more with like him being killed over and over again. Throughout
what I thought the whole movie was about. That's
up until there's two of them, and then it's not about that anymore. Yeah. So I think it might be a bit uneven, but overall, I really liked it. It was a new original sci-fi property, and I gave it a chance. That is the thing people are noticing. It's like everyone always complains. They're just complaining on Twitter, which isn't real. But they're like, everyone complains that there's too many remakes, and then things come out and no one sees them.
Yeah, like Novocaine, this.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, like, okay, we watched like Brave New World the other month.
Yeah.
Mickey 17 is better than Brave New World. I think it's worth seeing, and I don't disagree with anything you said, Tony. It kind of just depends on your tolerance for the negative aspects of the movie.
Yeah, I think a lot of the whole like theater issue is that a lot of these movies just go streaming, like available to rent or streaming really, really quick.
This was supposed to be streaming, I think, like 2 days ago, and they just delayed it like another week or two. But I was shocked when I saw that it was going to be. I was going to go watch it like on streaming a couple days ago. But
honestly, that is what's probably hurting theaters. It's like, well, I could just watch it at home. I know they had to do it during COVID, but like that window is just getting it. I mean, it used to be same day. They moved on from that a little bit. But yeah, that window is getting closer and closer. There are some times where I'm like, I really want to see that movie, but like, do I want to go to the theater or do I want to wait a month from now until it's streaming? How bad do I want to see this movie? I really wanted to see this one. Like you said, Joey, the trailer was great.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a really good director. I saw it in IMAX, which was fun. But yeah, I think everyone needs to give it a chance. It's very, very enjoyable. And Robert Pattinson needs something to do until he plays Batman again 10 years from now.
Yeah, literally, if that.
I remember somebody tweeted as a joke. They're like, the Batman 2 delayed till 2027. And at the time, everyone's like, "Ha, ridiculous." And now it's genuinely not coming out till 2027.
It's looking like that.
Well, that was a pre-COVID one, right? Wasn't that one they shot before COVID? The Batman.
I think that's right. Yeah.
So then it took a while for it to come out.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. At least we got that Penguin show. But yeah, I guess moving on. Any last words on Mickey 17? I say see it, maybe not in theaters, but definitely check it out when it's a rental.
Yeah, I would give it a
I agree.
shot.
Yeah. Again, if you like Parasite, Host, and all those other movies, it's worth it. You know, I've actually never seen Snowpiercer.
Really?
I've just never seen it.
You should see it.
Yeah,
I
you
see it.
should.
Should I watch the TV show as well?
Nah, I would skip that one.
But Jennifer Connelly's in it.
You're right.